Hello everyone. So I'll be talking about the synthesis and study of different properties of single halide and mixed halide double perovskites. Now talking about the perovskite crystalline structure, it can be classified into inorganic perovskite and halide perovskite. In the inorganic perovskite, it comes intrinsic perovskite, vacancy ordered perovskites, doped and double perovskites, halide based perovskites, alkali halide perovskites, and organometal halide perovskites. They comes, and in double perovskites, they can also be of halide based. So this is the basic structure of the double perovskites. They are a promising step towards the lead-free and stable perovskites. It has a basic structure of A2, B dashed, B double dashed, X6. The octahedra related to B dashed and B double dashed are alternatively arranged. B dash has oxidation state of +1, mostly occupied by silver, gold, or copper cation with +1 oxidation state, and B double dashed has oxidation state of +3, which is mostly occupied by bismuth, antimony, indium, gallium cations. The structural stability of these double perovskites can be explained using Goldsmith tolerance factor and octahedral factor. Here you can see that all the values are in the stable range for all these double perovskite, and in fact in case of the mixed halide double perovskites, the values lies in between the stable range. Now talking about the synthesis of these materials, this synthesis is done under ambient condition by acidic solution processing. First the cations are added in the acid according to the requirements like HCl, HBr, or HI, and heated up to 120 degrees centigrade. Then as soon as the cesium based precursor is added, it turns yellow or white according to the elements precursors we are using, and thus there is the formation of the single halide double perovskites. Now for the mixed halide double perovskites, two different materials with different halides are mixed in DMSO, which is proved to be a very good solvent for the double perovskites, and it's heated up to 121. It heated up to 70 degrees centigrade. Then it forms a nearly transparent solution. The solution is added drop by drop to the antisolvent. The antisolvent used here is chlorobenzene. Then the powder sample is collected and dried overnight. Now talking about the results, which includes the material characterizations. From the UV-vis spectrum, it can be said that all the materials are very high band gap materials, and these are not that much suitable for solar photovoltaic application. Now the percentage and the percentage of the elements present in the double perovskite and their presence, that can be confirmed from the index. You can see that the presence of both the halogen in the mixed halide system here. From the XRD graphs, the crystallographic information can be obtained. In the mixed halide system, the contribution of both the single halide system can be seen here, and it also confirmed the formation of the mixed halide double perovskite. From the laser Raman scattering studies, it tells about various bonds in the material. Though they are inorganic, only some bonds can be studied in this range. So finally, talking about the conclusion, mixed halide perovskites can be synthesized using anti-solvent precipitation process, which is actually a very easy process, and powder sample can be collected. All the processes are carried out in ambient condition. The absorption spectrum can be altered using halogens. All the materials have very good structural stability. DMSO is a very good solvent for the double perovskites. These are actually suitable for optoelectric applications. So thank you. Any questions please? I will try my best to answer them.